Hi, it's Elizabeth from the Toy Hoarder. Today I am back with two more Fortnite Legendary Series toys. These are the first I've seen of these two characters. Well, the first Atlantean fish stick, I guess, and this is the first Blackheart that I have seen. So I think they're new. I don't really know, you guys, at least new to stores near me. So I'm pretty excited about these. I do have the original fish stick, and I don't remember if I posted that video on here or not, but I will eventually post it if I did not post it yet. So let's get them open, shall we? I'll show you up close the boxes of these. This is a pretty cool variant or skin of him. I think this is really neat that they're gonna start releasing characters with skins. I'm pretty excited. I mean, he was cool before he had a skin, but now he's extra cool. And look at this guy's octopus. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. For those of you who haven't watched any of my videos, I do not actually play Fortnite. I just like some of these fun designs for characters, and these are really highly articulated, fun action figures. Alright guys, it is taped on the side. There's two pieces of tape along the side, right where the cardboard tabs are. So you're going to need to cut those two pieces, and then you can get these tabs out. There's one more piece across the top that you'll have to cut. And now the whole tray should slide out from the side. So that's all there is on opening. You just pop all these pieces out, which I'm going to do in a moment for both of these, and then I will come back and show you everything up close. Okay, good news guys, both of them stand up on their own. I wasn't sure about Blackheart because he has a peg leg, but I guess they braced it with this piece of seaweed, which was really nice design there. So instead of having a weird looking stand, he actually can stand up appropriately and it doesn't look too weird on his design. Okay, so much to say about both of these. I guess we'll start with the Atlantean fish stick since he is on this side of me. Alright, I'm going to show you him up close. Very gorgeous figure, tons of detail, tons of color. I love that the orange fades into the yellow. I think that's really neat. He's very fish-like, but also kind of humanoid as well. It's interesting that he's got these almost claws here, which is kind of nice and fun and different, but interesting for a fish or a human, so I think that's different. I do like his metallic-y outfit, and it is textured. Kind of hard to describe the texture, but almost scale-like, I suppose. And then there's actual scale-like texture on this front ribbon that hangs down. Then he's got all this armor, and the armor is flexible, so that's nice that I can move it around and do that. He does have an interchangeable face. So here are his two faces. He's got this happy, eyes wide open face that's on him right now, and then he's got squint eyes with a frown on. So I actually like both of his faces. At least they're different enough faces, so that's fun. As far as articulation, he has a full 360-degree spin plus the up-down, so full ball joint in the neck there. Then he's got a full ball joint in this shoulder. He's got a spinnable joint just below his shoulder. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but right at this line is where it spins. He's got a double joint in his elbow here, so it bends at both of these 2 points. And then a full ball joint in the wrist, and then another joint that is right at this first knuckle set. That's one of my favorite joints that they put on these toys. It makes it really easy to both get accessories inside of their hands and to get them out of their hands. So that is super excellent. It's one of the big game changers between this one and the McFarlane toys, for me at least. Okay, other articulation. He does have a twistable joint. This is the extent of that joint in his torso. It's somewhere in his middle of the chest here. And it's got a little back and forth too, so I guess it's almost a ball joint, but not full extension there. Then he's got a full ball joint in the thigh up here, a twistable joint just below his thigh. It doesn't twist all the way around because of the armor that's stuck to it, but it would if it wasn't hindered by that. Then he's got this double joint in the knee, full ball joint in his ankle, and then he even has a little toe joint here. So that's cute. And of course it's got the same mirror image joints on the other side. So let's see what it said. Fish stick had 38 points of articulation, and they consider ball joints 2 points of articulation and twistable joints 1 point of articulation. So since the ball joints are a spin and up down, it's 2 points of articulation. So let's see if we found them all. Oops. I accidentally knocked the table. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20. I'm not sure if they considered this one a ball joint or a twistable joint here. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So I got 36 points. It does say 38 points of articulation. I only counted 36. If you guys know what the other two are, do let me know down in the comments below. Most of the time I can find them all, but oh well, I don't know, you guys. Here are his other accessories. He's got a fishing pole, which I think is absolutely adorable. It actually has a string in it. Well, on it, from the red ball all the way to here. I don't fish, you guys, so I don't know all of these terms, but there is a real string in it, which is really fun. These are called sai. Very difficult for me to try to hold this and show it to you, but... And he does have 2 of those, so he can hold 1 in each hand. It's actually really nicely detailed on here. There's a little jewel in the center that's blue. We've got some green on the edges. We've got green on the handle, and then there's actual little fish scales all textured into the handle, and the end of the handle has like a fin type, fish fin looking thing on it. And there's also details of having scratches or dents inside of this sword. I mean, it is super highly detailed and fun. We've got this tiny fish, which I don't know if he can actually hold or not, but I really love this little fish. I kind of want like a whole bucket of them, like 100 of them or something. I think it would be fantastic. I would play with them. Anyway, here's this. I think that this is supposed to be a harvesting tool, which is kind of funny that it's a fishing pole. Here's the piece that goes on the back of him. It looks like kind of a shield, and it goes in this hole on the back of him. And then I did show you guys already the additional face. And all you do for that is you just pull off the front of his face and you can swap faces for him. So that's pretty cool. That's everything I think on him. All right, let's move on to Blackheart. So here he is up close. I really love the design of this guy. He's basically a skeleton inside of here. He doesn't have any actual skin there. He's got a peg leg. He's got some limbs that seem to have flesh on them, and then he's got seaweed that's just dripping and draping everywhere. It reminds me very much of like a Davy Jones type style from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's super cool, you guys. He has the hook arm. He's got some barbed wire wrapped around him. I mean, he just looks like a super tough, cool pirate. I really like it a lot as a pirate toy. Alright, this one says it has 35 points of articulation, so let's see if we can do better on this one in finding those. Alright. Well, the face comes off super easy because of how wide this beard is, so I'll talk about the faces in a little bit, but until then I'll leave his face off while I do the articulation. So he does have a full ball joint in this neck here, which is kind of weird to show because he doesn't have a face on, but he can actually tilt all the way around and then up and down. Then he's got, oh, this cape is made out of like a thin silicone-y rubbery type thing, so it's very flexible and nice. It can move out of the way of all the joints so he can still pose. Even this necklace, all of that is still this rubber stuff, so that's really nice. He does seem to have a full ball joint up here in the shoulder, a little hindered by this cape, but not too bad. Then he's got a spinnable joint just below the shoulder, a double elbow right here. Does he have a ball joint in the wrist? Oh, it looks like it almost was one, but it's hindered by this cuff that he has. So not really a ball joint in the wrist, just a twistable joint. And then of course he has the bendable joint in the knuckles right here, which is my favorite, as I told you guys before. And then on the other side, this is probably why he has an odd number, because of this hook, I'm guessing. Oh, he does actually have a twistable joint in the wrist where the hook connects, so that's kind of interesting. And he does still have a double elbow joint on that side. As far as the torso, this is a little bit different too. So he does have a full ball joint where his spine connects to his lower half, I guess. I don't know how to talk about this because he's part skeleton. But anyway, guys, that's super fun. It would be kind of cool if it spun up at the top, but it's connected firmly to the rib cage up top. Then he's got a, looks like full ball joint here in the thigh, a twistable joint just below the thigh. This is odd. Okay, he's got a double knee joint. Oh, I've got his leg backwards, that's why it looks funny. He's got the double knee joint here, and then a twistable joint where it attaches to the peg. On the other side, he's got the same kind of thing going on, except he's got a joint where the boot attaches to the leg, and then he actually has a, it looks like an up-down joint. It twists a little bit. I don't know if that was supposed to be a ball joint or not on that ankle. And then I see a toe joint in here, but it is, wow, that's a really, really tight joint. But there is a little bit of a bend that happens here on this toe. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so a lot going on. I wonder if, no, our fish guy didn't have any spinnable joints in his legs besides that top one. Huh, I don't know what the other joint was. Anyway, let's count and see how many we found. All right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Alright, now I'm missing 3 joints. I don't know, you guys. I feel like I was better at this when I first started filming these, and now I just seem to miss a whole bunch of them. I'm not sure, but I also could be counting them wrong. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments down below what the other 3 are of this, because I guess I'm short a few. There should be 35 on him. Alright, other things that he comes with. He's got this big old-fashioned thing. This is cool. It's actually got little engravings all on the barrel of it. Try to get this close enough that you can see those little engravings. So that's pretty neat, you guys. Then he's got this whatever this thing is, like a hammer treasure chest plus octopus. I don't know. This is so cute, you guys. I love this so much. So he's actually holding onto the sword, which is coming all the way through this treasure chest. He's also holding the treasure chest closed and holding it to this pole so that it makes like a big hammer type toy, but with a sword at the end. I mean, this is just so cool and creative. I love it. This is the piece that goes on the back of the action figure. It is the steering wheel of a pirate ship, and it's missing a couple of little knobs, and some of them are broken, so that's kind of fun. I'll put that on the back of him, because I guess I didn't do that earlier. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Then we've got this Kaboom propane tank. That's actually kind of awesome. I'm not sure what this is made out of, but it's definitely very glossy, shiny, smooth, so that's nice. And then we have 3 faces, and the faces, this is the one I think I've been most disappointed with so far. These faces look really, really similar. If you look real close and for quite some time, you can see that the bone around the eye that you can see will slightly change. So there's one where it's arced all the way down, one that it's arced partially down, and one that it's kind of up. I talked to Dustin about this, and he says there's some differences in the jaw. They look really similar, though, to me. It's when it's this hard to tell, it's just a poor design. So I'm going to show you all 3 of these, okay? I'm going to show you 2 at a time because it's really hard to see, but it's hard to tell at all the differences. You have to really, really look, which if you're displaying these or doing something, it's, I don't know. It just seems not worth the time and effort to do that. I would have rather had extra of the cool weapons or something, or if they had maybe made his mouth open in some ways or something that made it slightly different, or positioned the beard differently, anything that made it obvious from a little bit more of a distance. I mean, even with the fish guy's face, I can tell it's different faces from here. I don't have to get on top of it to look at it. So I don't know, I'm a little bit disappointed by that. I think the one that I chose to put on it was the super angry piratey face, but you gotta be really careful because his face keeps coming off, which is another interesting but kind of poor choice here on this design. So he's in this hood already, but if you start turning his head, his beard gets caught on his coat armor thing that's going on, and then the head just comes right off. So that's slightly inconvenient. When I actually got him in the box, his face was already down, floating in the box. So that, I guess, should have been the first sign to me. But yes, it comes off very, very easily. Do beware of that. What's interesting, too, is so he has like a little pirate note sticking out of his boot right here. And it's funny because it almost looks like a bone or a peg part, and the direction that it's going, you could see that there could be like a broken bone or something. It's not, but goodness, that's scary. And then he's got all this extra metal armor stuff happening on his knees. It's not actually made of metal, but I guess it's made to look like it's metal. He's got details of patches. I don't know. He's still a really cool figure despite the face concern. That's a pretty small concern, but at that point I would have probably just added only the one face and not swapped his face. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of both of these guys. My bad. He doesn't sit very well, does he? Anyway, let me know what you guys think of these 2 down in the comments below. Of course, if you have not had a chance to yet and you enjoyed this content, please do click that red subscribe button down below and then click the thumbs up to leave a like. That way we know what kinds of content you guys are enjoying most so we can post more of that. Alright, go check out my channel for plenty of other toy reviews and other fun videos on there. And until next time, have a great time playing. Bye.